Welcome to another GoldMine 101, our regular series of short presentations giving you hints and tips for getting the most out of GoldMine CRM. And in this session, I'm going to cover a really simple way, if you didn't know it already, a really simple way of recording and passing phone messages to a colleague. So, good morning. My name is Tim Wilmot, and we are Wizard Systems, specialist CRM systems supplier, who help out small and mid-sized companies to get the most out of their sales, productivity, marketing, and customer service through the use of systems like GoldMine. Now, this presentation will be fairly short, just 10 minutes, quarter of an hour or so, covering this very simple feature in GoldMine. There are lots of other options for passing internal communications, if I could describe it that way, a message from one user to another user about some bit of information about a customer. This is just purely a simple way of doing phone managing and passing on phone messages. The audio part of this presentation is one way only. Your microphone is on mute. If you've got any questions about anything that I cover, please pop that into the question box on the meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer that at the end. And also, before we close, I'll give you a brief update on some GoldMine product news that I've got for you, just to keep you in the loop about what's coming on downstream with GoldMine. And this call is being recorded. You will get a link later on, an email from our system with a little link to the recording. Plus, we'll put it up on our YouTube channel as well. If you go up to YouTube and do a search for Wizard Systems UK, you'll see loads of other GoldMine videos that we've done in the past on various GoldMine topics, some fairly basic, some more advanced. Please go up there, check it out. Lots of extra videos, well over 100 there for you. So very, very brief mention about Wizard Systems. We are a specialist CRM systems provider. We've been working with GoldMine now for nearly 30 years. We are probably the largest supplier and support organization for GoldMine in Europe. And we provide any kind of service around GoldMine, the product, upgrades, training, implementation, ongoing support as well. Okay, let's go into GoldMine and cover a simple way of passing phone messages from one GoldMine user to another GoldMine user. Well, there are three routes to this. As in most things in GoldMine, there's quite often more than one way of doing something. But first of all, you must have the relevant contact record in front of you that it relates to. That's going to be a lot easier for you. And starting with that as step number one. The three ways are, of course, above the contact record. You've got that little message button there. You could also go to actions and message as well. And there's also the message button on your GoldMine toolbar as well, if you've got that displayed in your preferences. Whichever route, you're going to get the same little dialog box that comes up there. Just prompting you to very quickly, very easily record the fact that you took a message and a prompt for the receiving user, the person you're passing the message to have that activity, maybe an alarm as well, in their activity list or their calendar, whichever route they take to viewing their activity, to make sure that they're alerted to this phone call, and it's all linked to that one contact. Of course, the box there is populated already with the contact record. Now there is a message F2 lookup window there where you could put in your own bespoke messages, but I find it's quite easy just to select some of these checkboxes here. So for example, this Joel person, maybe he returned our call. Yes, we want to call him back, and it's urgent. You can see it's just appending those little words or phrases to that message description. We do also have a big notes box there with spell check facility if you want to. Who is going to receive this message? Who in our team is going to receive this message? Well, we could select them from that drop-down list. You've also got activity codes as well. May not be relevant for taking phone messages if you want to keep it nice and simple. But if you are doing any analysis of phone calls as regards what type of phone call are they? Is it a sales call? Is it a customer service call? Is it an admin call or something like that? Then you could devise these 3-letter codes that pop that in there to allow you to do some further analysis. And could also, if you are taking lots of phone messages, when you see your activities in your activity list, you will see a column called activity code, and you could filter by that. So that would enable you to home in on really important calls that you've got to do first, and maybe less important calls, do those later on. Yes, we can alarm it there for good measure. Rsvp, if you didn't know what that means, that allows you to get an automatic message via GoldMine when K has completed this message or filed it. You will, as the originating user, that's the right way of describing it, you will get notification that K has done that. Particularly useful if you're not in the same office or different locations. A good way of getting notifications via GoldMine that that user has done that activity, that delegated activity. Click OK. Very simply, of course, that will appear on the pending tab, the outstanding activities for relating to this contact. So there we are, a message for Kay to phone that client. And it will appear in Kay's activity list. There we are. There's a list of Kay's activities that she's got to do today, and there's that message there. Plus, if Kay is displaying it on her calendar, that will be in there appropriately timed as well, with that little icon there to show that it's a message. So Kay would file that message when she's done it. She may schedule other activities following that, but very simply from start to finish, a quick, hopefully you can see that, a really quick way. If you are active GoldMine users, from one user to another user, passing a simple phone message. There are other options in GoldMine for making a record of someone's phoning you and delegating an activity. There are 2 or 3 other ways of doing it in GoldMine. It's down to you, whatever way suits you best. But there is one simple way. It's been in GoldMine a long time, a really simple way to manage those phone messages. Hope you like that. So check it out if you haven't tried it already. If you've got any questions around this feature, or indeed any GoldMine question that you've got right now, I'd be happy to answer those. If you pop that into the question section. Right, I think we've got a question from James. Does the user getting the message need to be logged in? I guess you're meaning they're logged into GoldMine. Yes, this particular option, ideally the other user would be logged into GoldMine. When they log into GoldMine, they're going to see that message, they're going to pop up on their alarms. There are some other sneaky ways of running GoldMine sort of minimized, so you could be alerted to alarmed messages there. You're not sort of fully logged in, but essentially, yes. If that doesn't work for you, then you just need to explore some other options of passing phone messages from one user to another, maybe using email, maybe using a call, or some other way there. But yes, the feature I've demonstrated there would ideally rely on both on the receiving user to be logged into GoldMine to immediately get that message. Donna, will this work with GoldMine Web? Well, okay, so if you've got, so GoldMine Web, just for those of you that don't know, that this is part of GoldMine. And this is a way of accessing your GoldMine system via your browser or your mobile device, your Android or iPhone device. Really nice and easy way of accessing GoldMine and getting access to all of the key parts of GoldMine. Yes, so if the receiving user, the person getting the phone message, is using GoldMine Web, say on the phone, they will get that as an alarmed activity. It'll be linked to their contact record. Yes, you can't initiate it on GoldMine Web. GoldMine Web is a different interface to the classic Windows way of using GoldMine that I've just shown you. So GoldMine Web is all in your browser, and you won't get that. You can create messages, but you don't have that little dialog box I showed you with those check boxes to build out that message really quickly. So you can sort of do it, but not that same initial dialog box there. Right, let's just check to see if there's any other questions. Ruth, does this work with additional contacts under a company name? It's the primary contact, so you could. I might need to get back to you, Ruth, on that one. I think the way I've shown it, that would be the primary contact, brings up the primary contact. I don't think there's a little drop-down box to select the additional contact. Let me just go back to that. So if I do a message, we do have that little box there, look up another contact. So yeah, that grayed out option there means that there are no other contacts linked to Joel's record. So yes, it would. You need to click on that little magnifying glass there if it's not the primary contact. So the contact record has a primary contact, the main person, if you like. So yes, it would, Ruth. It would work with those additional contacts there if they're under that company record. All right, I don't think there's any other questions coming through. Thanks to the three of you for those. Just to bring up to date then with latest news, we have our GoldMine Training Center well and truly open now. So if you have a need for sending any people to us to be trained on GoldMine, or indeed we can come to you, or we can do training online. We can arrange a Zoom or Teams meeting with you and record the process as well. Please contact us if you have a need for any GoldMine training. The latest version of GoldMine is 2022.2. .2 is the hotfix. So that, sorry, .2 is the major version, and then .0 is the hotfix. So we are expecting a hotfix very soon. It's going through beta at the moment, and what will be in that is a nice feature added to emailing called auto saving. So as you create an email in GoldMine, it will be auto saving for you. So there's some really nice auto saving features that a lot of people are excited about that use email within GoldMine. And GoldMine is one of the few CRM systems out there that actually has its own fully fledged email capability. Most other CRM solutions rely on a link to Outlook or Gmail or whatever. GoldMine can do that, but also it does have this additional email feature as well that a lot of our GoldMine customers use. So auto save is coming to you. There are some constant contact enhancement. Constant contact is one of the main email marketing platforms that GoldMine can integrate with. So there's some new features coming there. And GoldMine are also dropping support of Internet Explorer within GoldMine and supporting Microsoft Edge, which was coming for some time. That now has been implemented in this hotfix 3. Anyway, more on hotfix 3 when it does become available and it is officially released by GoldMine, and we will cover that on our GoldMine 101 sessions and give you a little preview of that. As always, to get updates on GoldMine, to get any upgrade on GoldMine, you must be on a maintenance contract with GoldMine. You can get that through Wizard Systems. It's very straightforward. It's an annual contract that you have with us, and will allow you to to, apart from a few other things, allow you to get all the latest updates to GoldMine. So that brings me to a close on passing phone messages using the phone message feature in GoldMine. If you've got any other suggestions for future GoldMine topics, please drop me a line. Tim Wilmot, tim@wizard-systems.com. There's our other contact details there. Thanks for watching, particularly those watching live. Thank you very much. And we'll catch up with you on the next event. Bye-bye.